Dear students, in this we'll start with time response analysis, design specifications and performance indices. First we'll go to the introduction. Whatever are the control system, they are generally called upon to perform both under transient and steady conditions. If it is a feedback control system, then that has got the inherent capability that its parameters can be adjusted to alter both its transient and steady state behavior. These both together are referred to as time response of control systems. The first step is to have mathematical model of the system is to be obtained. Then for any specific input signal, a complete time response expression can then be obtained through the Laplace transform inversion. The expression yields the steady state behavior of the system with time tending to infinity. If it is simple deterministic signal, steady state response is obtained directly without obtaining the time response expression by use of final value theorem. So there is a necessary to test the stability of the system before proceeding with the time response analysis of a control system. Then how the system stability can be tested? Through indirect test without actually obtaining the transient response. Then if system happens to be unstable, then there is no need to proceed with its transient response analysis. Whatever is a system dynamic behavior for analysis and design is therefore judged and compared under application of standard test signals, which can be an impulse, a step, a constant velocity which is called ramp, and constant acceleration which is called parabolic. Nature of transient response is revealed by any one of these test signals. Nature is dependent upon system poles and not upon type of input. It is sufficient to analyze the transient response to one of the standard test signals, which is generally a step is used. Step can easily be generated. Steady state response is then examined for step, input, ramp, parabolic. Time consuming transient analysis need not be carried for ramp and parabolic signals. Time response performance of a control system is measured by computing several time responses, performance indices, well as steady state accuracy for standard input signals. Indices give a quantitative method to compare the performance of alternative system configurations or to adjust the parameters of a given system. First we'll see the standard test signals. Step signal. What is the definition of step signal? The step is a signal whose value changes from one level, which is usually 0, to another level A in 0 time. The mathematical representation of the step function is R of t is equal to A u of t. U of t will be equal to 1 if t is greater than 0, and it will be 0 t less than 0. Then taking Laplace transform of that, R of s will become equal to A by s. So the graphical representation of a step signal is shown in this figure. So this is the step signal, figure A. Next we'll see ramp signal. The ramp is a signal which starts at a value of 0 and increases linearly with time. So mathematically it can be put in the form r of t is equal to at, t greater than 0, and it is 0 for t less than 0. So the graphical representation of ramp is shown in figure B. You can see this figure B. Then in Laplace transform form, the ramp signal r of s is equal to a by s square. It is seen that a ramp signal is integral of a step signal. When you integrate a step signal, we will get the ramp signal. Next, we will see parabolic signal. The mathematical representation of the signal is r of t is equal to at square by 2, where t is greater than 0 and it is 0 for t less than 0. In the Laplace transform form, r of s is equal to a by s cube. a by s cube. The graphical representation of parabolic signal is shown in figure C. Parabolic signal. It is seen that a parabolic signal is integral of a ramp signal. When you integrate a ramp signal, we get a parabolic signal. Next is impulse signal. A unit impulse is defined as a signal which has zero value everywhere except at t is equal to 0, where its magnitude is infinite. It is generally called the delta function and has the following property. Delta of t is equal to 0 for t not equal to 0. So when you integrate from minus epsilon to plus epsilon dou of t dt, it is equal to 1, and where epsilon tends to 0. So the graphical representation of impulse signal has been shown in figure D. Okay. Then in practice it is not possible to achieve a perfect impulse signal, so it is usually approximated by a pulse of small width but unit area, as I shown in figure D. So the mathematical expression for an impulse function is a derivative of a step. When we have derivative of a step, we have an impulse function. Dou of t is u cap of t. U cap is derivative. Laplace transform of unit impulse is L dou of t is equal to 1 is equal to Rs. The impulse response of a system with transfer function C of s by R of s is equal to Gs is given by C of s is equal to G of s into R of s, which is G of s. C of t is equal to Laplace inverse G of s, G of t. Thus the impulse response of a system indicated by of G of t is the inverse Laplace transform of its transfer function, which is sometimes referred to as weighting function of the system. So now we will have time response of first order system. We will consider the first order system of figure shown here. This is a block diagram of a first order system. R of s is input, C of s is output, E of s is error signal with unity feedback. As an example, we will consider this as visualized by the block diagram of a pneumatic system. The dynamics is described by the Laplace transform, which is in equation 2 wherein one let t is equal to RC and R of s is equal to delta p tau of s and C of s is delta p naught of s. So the transfer function of the system, from this figure we can write C of s by R of s is equal to 1 divided by T of s plus 1. So we shall analyze the system response to unit step. and assuming zero initial condition. Zero initial condition. So response to the unit step input, the unit step input R of S is equal to 1 by S as seen previously. The output response is given by C of S is equal to 1 by S into bracket T of S plus 1, which is equal to 1 by S minus T divided by Ts plus 1, which will come equal to 1 by S into bracket Ts plus 1. Taking the inverse Laplace transform, we get C of t is equal to 1 minus e raised to minus t by t, and that has been plotted here. You can see e raised to minus t by t, 1 minus e raised to minus t by t has been shown. Both the C of t has been drawn. Okay.